Hey guys, Kirsten Zaki here, and this is my 5th video blog. And this was the interview that I did with the technology director at USD 439, and his name is Garrett. And the first question that I asked him was, what is the vision of technology at USD 439? And he showed me the actual written out vision of the district, and it pretty much came down to that they want students to be able to master the skills, knowledge, and expertise to be able to succeed in work and in life. And this includes core subjects and the 21st century skills. In order to be able to do that, the students need to be able to utilize digital technology so that they can evaluate and think critically and be able to apply solutions to different problems. They need to be able to access, create, and integrate information. And students also need to be able to incorporate technology into those life and work skills that we want them to learn. The second question I asked him is, what is his role as the technology director in an educational setting? And I found out that not only does he have to be like the help desk for the teachers and for the students, but he really wants to take education or educational technology from why should we be using technology in education to how can we use technology in education. And in order to do that, he is our first line of support, both for teachers and for students. And in order to do that, he has to be able to maintain stable networks, which is where he has most of his issues when it comes to the technology support. And he also does he tries to encourage implementation for the teachers so that it is a safe and educational atmosphere for our students. The next question I asked is, when did USD 439 implement MacBooks and why were the freshmen left out? And I found out that in 2002, fall of 2002, our juniors and seniors were issued one-to-one Mac laptops, and a couple years later, he wasn't sure exactly what year, but a couple years later, the sophomores were added to that, and freshmen have been left out the entire time. The main reason for that was the maturity levels and just the age of our freshmen. They were very concerned with freshmen kind of abusing the laptops and really not taking ownership of those. So for that reason, we do have a freshman cart where the freshmen can check them out anytime throughout the day. And also, if they have an assignment from a teacher that they need to do overnight, they can get a note from a teacher and check it out overnight. But we are much more strict with the freshman cart than we are with the sophomores through seniors. Obviously, they get to take those home with them. The next question I asked is, how do you, as the technology director, lead the way for teachers to embrace the use of new technology? And I found out that he goes to a lot of seminars and workshops throughout the year. There is a monthly tech director meeting that he goes to. He also attends the MACE conference and Podstock once a year. And then he said he also likes to send out periodic surveys to staff and to observe technology being used in the classroom. I was kind of surprised by the last two. This is my second year at this district, and I'm one of the biggest users of technology in the school, and he has never been to my school or into my classroom to observe how I actually use technology, and I've also never received a survey. So that one really surprised me, but he is always there for tech support, and if we need something installed on the computers, he's the first person we go to, so he does a great job there. I asked him what the biggest challenge was as the technology director for USD 439, and he said he actually has two issues. The first is students feel that they're entitled to their laptops, which means they don't actually care for them as if they were their personal laptop that their parents got for them. So we have laptops that are left everywhere. They're left in the bleachers after school, they're left in the bleachers for gym and they get stepped on. They're left in locker rooms, in the hallways, in teacher classrooms. I mean, these are left pretty much everywhere. So because they feel like they're entitled to them, it's not actually a privilege, they don't take care of them as well as they should be. And because they're not taking care of them as well as they should be, they are getting damaged a lot, and kids will often hide that damage, and then they don't show Garrett until like a month later. And then by that time, he has issues with the problem being covered by insurance or Apple Care. So I thought that was very interesting that students are hiding that damage because usually they want their stuff to work all the time. And then that's also causing issues with actually getting it fixed. I asked Garrett what kind of changes he would like to see regarding technology at USD 439, and he talked about several different things. The first one is a secured door system. We currently do not have a secured door system at all. We leave one door, actually 2 doors in each building, unlocked all throughout the day, and they're both by an office, but still could be some issues there. And the last school that I worked at actually had the exact system that he would like to implement. Kind of works like a hotel door. You have a key, you either slide it or scan it, and it lets you in if you have access to that door during those times. He also likes to, or wants to see new laptops for high school teachers, and also for the junior high kids to use. We get the old senior laptops for our 7th and 8th graders to use, so he'd like to see new ones there. And then in the elementary, he's really pushing for more iPads for them to use. The last one, he said he would like to find a way on how to implement the last one, but he would like to implement Wi-Fi on our school buses so that students or athletes, I guess, who are on long bus rides and they need to complete their homework that they missed, they can do that on the school bus by accessing the school Wi-Fi. So I thought that was kind of a neat idea as well. In reflection of this interview, I learned that his role is mainly tech support, not necessarily instructional technology. He spends most of his day in his office, and if we have a question, we email him. He might come out and provide tech support, but he's not really out in the classrooms looking to see what the teachers are doing or how the students are handling the technology, anything like that. I did learn that you have to multitask. I don't know how many times we were interrupted in our short little meeting just by students having a problem with their laptop, something's not working right or needing a charger or whatever it was, but he definitely had to be sidetracked a lot. So definitely have to be able to multitask. And I also learned that he has a lot of really good ideas for how to implement technology. There needs to be some work on how to translate that over to the teachers and how to support the teachers in that. How do I see myself in his role? Honestly, I really don't see myself in a role like his. I want to be focused more on the teacher aspect of implementing technology, and I would rather spend more time in their classrooms than in my office. I want to see how it's actually being used, what they're doing currently in their classroom that I could help them by implementing some technology, and things like that. Instead of being more on the system operator side of it, I would rather be on the instructional technology side. My ideal role, it would be to be an instructor for a virtual school. I'm actually hoping that next school year I can find a role like that, and I really want to be developing and maintaining appropriate online curriculum. Technology is changing non-stop, and so I don't want to develop something and then just let it sit for 5 years. I want to constantly be adding and making changes to that. So I definitely want to be, after the virtual school, I would like to look for a instructional technology director position at a high school or secondary school, and help teachers implement technology into their classrooms. But my first goal is to be an online teacher, so that's definitely what I'm looking forward to next year. Thanks!